Oh my God. Thank you so much. My name is Jeffrey Cyphers Wright. I hated my middle name until my grandmother died. It wasn't really her name, it was her married name. It was my mother's name, Cyphers. Then I realized that was a mad cool name. But, you know, it's so nice to be here for the second year in a row. I just want to say a couple of things. I want to thank Janet and everybody from the endangered species people. You guys want to get a drink or something? And thank you very much for the Marble Cemetery for letting us be in this glorious place and all our great Irish forebears here, some of us at least. And this is kind of like the second cemetery, as I understand it, you know, because you couldn't get in the one over there where the governor was buried if you were Irish and Catholic. I could be wrong about that. But I also wanted to say thank you to the gardens in the community. And I know there's some garden activists here. And, you know, you think about, what can I do? What can we do around here? And we're lucky we live in New York where at least we don't have cars. And some of us don't have to drive all the time, you know. So we're doing a little bit. But we could also help with these gardens. I want to say one more thing before I forgot, too. Last year I was sitting over here and Lola Schnabel gave me a cigarette. And I was so thankful. And then she introduced me to Dash Snow. And I was so glad to have met him, you know, and I'm glad everybody who's here today. And I want to say one more thing. I want to say thank you, Reverend Billy, for being out there with the choir of Stop Shopping, you know, because we could all do a little better about not using so much in the world. And I know we're all trying here. I wanted to start off, I'm just going to read two sonnets, because I know your butt's wet, some of you, and it's cold, and we named our garden after Chico Mendes, the great rainforest martyr, and he said, you know, at first I was fighting for the Union. I thought I was fighting for the Union, and then I thought I was fighting for the rainforest, and then I realized I was fighting for humanity. And so we named our garden after Chico Mendes, who was killed for his great conviction and became a great light for us to follow. So we named our garden after him, and this poem references Phoebe Legere came to the garden and gave a great concert for us, and her band was called the Four Nurses of the Apocalypse. And Virginia Fields at the time was the borough president, and she personally chose me out to you better shut up, boy, you're going to jail, Mr. Jeffrey. She remembered my name. I thought that was cool. She called me like my mom called me when she was mad at me. And this is called The Battle of Chico Mendes. What thou lovest well must thou set free to be whole in all thy parts, O syllabic chant. We did the whole little thing, big time, down at the Battle of Chico Mendes, led by Chief Phoebe and the Four Nurses of the Apocalypse, cut down to two, Scotty and Stroh, who held the line in the face of the fuzz, on the heels hot of the Battle of Rodriguez down by City Hall, where we did duel and lock horns with Virginia Fields, only to come away and fight another day, which will be today. And I'd like to thank Stefan, too, in his beautiful piece here. He's trying to do something, and we appreciate that. It's a great piece. Stefan's going to be reading with us again at the Bowery Poetry Club in 2 weeks, October 17th. I have a series of sonnets called Made in Heaven. It's a triple crown, 3 crowns of sonnets, 14 lines each, 14 sonnets per crown. And they're all called Made in Somewhere, like Made in China, Made in Hong Kong, Made in Walla Walla, Made in Jungle Land. But I'm just going to read the first one, Made in China. Come on down to my boat, baby. Ready to flame the lawless air brake, ready to dazzle the bedraggled Marmadukes, ready to fray the nighty of Bigfoot. Tell me about it, Hermes. Chupacabra to the rescue, because we have yet to reinvent the past. Ink from the pen, the filthy sun begging. I woke as a carpenter measured my remains, ready to rip the bark off the stars and claw my way in, looking for grubs. A psychotropic melody strips the veneer, scrolling down Emily Bronte's heart, ready for anything you can see clearly now. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, Stefan. Let's hear it for the man.
Thank you all for coming, and I'd like to thank everybody who helped put this together, and thank you to the Endangered Species Coalition for all their great work, and please feel free to donate on your way out. Hope all is well.